Arne Slot makes Hugo Ekitike demand as Star's agent in exit talks, Liverpool enter their blockbuster Premier League clash against Manchester City, full of confidence after besting Real Madrid 1-0 in the Champions League. There's a renewed feel-good feeling around Liverpool, who head into their league clash with Manchester City with the utmost confidence. The Reds secured a 1-0 victory against Real Madrid in the Champions League on Tuesday to mark back-to-back victories across all competitions for the first time since September. On top of the positive result, it was yet another improved performance from Arne Slot's side, who appear to be on the right track after a run of 6 defeats in 7 games. The 2-0 win over Aston Villa, which preceded their European triumph, lifted the reigning league champions to 3rd in the table. But they remain 7 points behind league leaders Arsenal. With an improved morale surrounding Anfield, the Reds can finally look forward, but face another stern test on Sunday as they travel to the Etihad Stadium to take on Pep Guardiola's side. Ahead of the clash involving the two clubs that have gone head-to-head for almost a decade, Hugo Ekitike has been challenged to improve by his manager, while Ibrahima Konate's uncertain future once again hits the headlines, takes a look at the latest news surrounding the Merseyside Giants. The Frenchman has been one of Liverpool's best players since arriving at the club in a £79 million deal in July. With 6 goals to his name across all competitions, he is currently the Reds' top scorer. With his unique set of skills including a near-perfect touch, his ability to link up with teammates, and excellent finishing ability, the 23-year-old looks set to be a major part of Liverpool's attacking force for years to come. While he's been subject to widespread praise from fans and media alike, Slot has admitted the striker must improve his winning rate in aerial duels given his 6'3" frame. Speaking in his pre-match press conference, the Dutchman said, "That is what makes him special. If you're that tall and your footwork is as good as his, that's what makes him special. If you're so tall, he needs to be stronger in duels." Ekitike hasn't been as prolific in the air as he has been with the ball at his feet. According to FotMob, in the 11 aerial duels he's challenged for in the Premier League, he's won just 37.9% of them. Liverpool legend Andy Robertson is proving once again why he's one of football's true leaders, not just on the pitch, but off it too. Former teammate Robert Snodgrass believes Robbo will play a key role in helping £40 million signing Milos Kerkez settle and reach his best form at Anfield. With Robertson back in top shape and Liverpool finding their rhythm again, could this be the perfect mentorship for the Reds' future? Let's dive in. Robert Snodgrass believes Andy Robertson can help Milos Kerkez regain his form at Liverpool. The Reds splashed out £40 million to bring in the Hungarian from AFC Bournemouth over the summer, with the newcomer initially being Arne Slot's first choice. The 21-year-old managed to displace the Liverpool vice-captain from Slot's starting lineup and has been one of the most used players for the Reds this season, having played in 15 out of their 17 matches to date. However, despite being in the starting 11 12 times, Kerkez has struggled to hit his stride since joining Liverpool and found himself on the bench during the Reds' victories against Aston Villa and Real Madrid, as Robertson reclaimed his spot in Slot's starting lineup. The Scotland international now seems likely to keep his place for Sunday's clash with Manchester City, after helping Liverpool get back on the winning track with strong performances in their last 2 games. Snodgrass and Robertson were teammates at Hull City for 2.5 seasons, both signing for the Tigers in the summer of 2014, and they also played together for Scotland for several years, before Snodgrass hung up his international boots in 2019. Having worked closely with Robertson at both club and international level, Snodgrass is confident that his former teammate will do everything he can to help Kerkez find his feet at Liverpool, even if it means jeopardising his own chances of starting. "I think the big thing Liverpool need to do is stick together. They've got some great characters in there," he told Boyle Sports. "Ones who have been there for a long period of time and have had a lot of success with the club. They've got a great connection with the fans. When there's so much noise from the outside, you've got to get tighter, get closer in-house. I'm sure they'll be trying to get the new signings to settle so they can show that high level and prove the reason why they paid big money to bring them to the club. These lads that they've brought in are exceptional players. I just think it might be a matter of time before you see them really hit their groove." Milos Kerkez had a great couple of years at Bournemouth, and he's shown his quality. I just feel like because he came in for big money, there's that pressure on him. It takes anybody a little bit of time to settle in at a new club, but having somebody like Andy Robertson beside him, not just competing with him, but beside him, will be great for Kerkez because Robbo's a terrific lad. Andy is a leader, and he understands what it means to play for Liverpool. I'm sure that, as much as it's encouraging competition between them, Andy will be helping him. I know Andy's helped him, and I know Andy's probably doing everything he can to help Kerkez succeed because Andy's got Liverpool at heart, and that's a sign of a really, really good team player. It's exactly why Andy's enjoyed the career that he's had, so I'm sure Kerkez will come good. Virgil van Dijk has had enough. The Liverpool captain has hit back at Wayne Rooney and other critics after what he calls over-the-top and lazy comments about his leadership and form. Following Liverpool's back-to-back wins over Aston Villa and Real Madrid, Van Dijk says criticism is fair, but some ex-players need more perspective. With City up next, the Reds skipper is ready to prove the doubters wrong. Liverpool captain Virgil van Dijk believes it's fair to criticise his team after underwhelming results, but believes some of the criticism may have gone too far. Former Manchester United star Wayne Rooney has been among the more vocal ex-players during the Reds' difficult run, and the pair had an awkward meeting during Amazon Prime's post-match coverage after Liverpool's win over Real Madrid. Rooney and Van Dijk have been locked in a war of words in recent weeks, with the former passing comment on the Dutch international on his podcast. He said he had full respect for Van Dijk, despite the defender hitting back at him for comments about his leadership. Most notably, Rooney's comments about Van Dijk and teammate Mohamed Salah not being at the same level since signing contract extensions last season have come into focus. The Liverpool skipper took aim at alleged lazy criticism from the ex-player after Saturday's win over Aston Villa and spoke up again on Tuesday. Van Dijk argued the criticism coming his way hasn't affected him too much, but suggested other members of the squad may have reacted differently. You're dealing with a squad of 25 players, a lot of young players, a couple of older players like myself, and everyone lives a different life, he said. So I can say that for me personally, it doesn't affect me, but obviously I'm dealing as a captain with players that might be affected about it. When asked if the criticism this season has been fair, he added, "Of course, if you lose games as a Liverpool player 4 or 5 in a row, that's a fair criticism. That is absolutely normal in that sense. But I think it's over the top at times as well, at that point. That's because we live in a world where there are so many platforms, so many people can say stuff. It will be picked up and made bigger. But I think it's good, for especially ex-players that play the highest level, played at the top, and dealt with difficult moments as well, to put a lot of things in perspective." Liverpool climbed to third in the Premier League with their weekend victory over Aston Villa, and followed it up with a 1-0 win over Real Madrid, which made it 9 points from 4 games in Europe. Alexis McAllister's goal was enough for victory, with Madrid keeper Thibaut Courtois helping keep the score down. Next up for Arne Slot's team is a Premier League meeting with Manchester City, where a win would take Liverpool second going into the November international break. "We all know how football works. It can change overnight, but we focus now on recovery," Van Dijk said. "It sounds boring, but it is what it is. We'll recover it tomorrow, get back at it. And then full focus will be on the tough one against a very in-form striker, Erling Haaland, as well like tonight. Kylian Mbappe. Xabi Alonso is heading back to Anfield, but this time as Real Madrid's boss. The Spanish tactician has finally opened up on why he never considered replacing Jurgen Klopp at Liverpool, despite being the top favourite for the job. With Alonso's reel flying high in La Liga and Trent Alexander-Arnold set to face his former club, Tuesday night's Champions League clash has all the emotions, all the drama, and one huge reunion. Xabi Alonso previously confessed he never entertained the idea of replacing Jurgen Klopp as Liverpool manager following the German's shock departure. It was back in January 2024 when Klopp stunned the football world by revealing his plan to step down at the end of the season. This gave the Reds plenty of opportunity to secure his replacement, with numerous potential candidates being touted for the position, including Alonso as a leading favourite. Given his remarkable achievements with Bayer Leverkusen at that point, combined with his status as a beloved figure from his 5-year stint as a player at the club,